Ladies and gentlemen, hit subscribe to this channel right now. I told you for months that Kevin McCarthy and his speakership was at risk. Matt Gaetz is going to remove him, or try his best to remove him, with a simple majority vote. Actually, one Republican can begin the no confidence proceedings. But this is just ABC News. The motion is a special procedural move that allows any House member to begin a vote to remove the Speaker with a simple majority vote. As part of his agreement to become Speaker, McCarthy agreed to revise House rules to allow any single member to bring up a motion to vacate. So this means that one Republican in the House, Matt Gaetz only needs one Republican in the House. Could be him. Could be Matt Gaetz. Actually, it will be. To begin the procedure to remove Kevin McCarthy as House Speaker. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. I will have a live stream tomorrow night, October 2nd, at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Yes, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So be here tomorrow night, Tuesday, October 2nd, at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Ladies and gentlemen, it'll be my first live stream in a while. We will talk about the attempt by Matt Gaetz to remove Kevin McCarthy. McCarthy shrugs off Matt Gaetz. Okay, so NBC News, but you have the New York Times, Associated Press, Fox News, The Guardian, CNN, The Hill. Everyone is talking about this for good reason. Kevin McCarthy, first of all, was very slow in beginning impeachment, so that is a problem. The reason that Trump backed him is that he almost certainly promised Trump to impeach Biden, because it's pretty obvious there's graft, bribery, racketeering, and all of that within those emails. The money flow. Money is going to Hunter and to Joe and others around them for influence, the allure of influence, or for some kind of shady, corrupt agreement. So you notice that anyone that works with Hunter isn't being investigated by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Okay, they're not being investigated by the Department of Justice. There's a reason for that. If you work with Bill or Hillary, and by the way, I think Hillary Clinton's going to run again. I've been saying that for years and years. And eventually, if it's not 24, it'll be 28, 32, 36, 2040. She'll run again. And I think that she's going to run again. But ladies and gentlemen, everything that I've been saying is happening. I told you that Kevin McCarthy is pretty much on his way out in terms of his tenure as Speaker. This begins, or at least the beginning of the end. So he could hold on to his speakership if he then promises more. If he promises more of an emphasis on impeachment, for example. The current effort to remove McCarthy was based on funding the government and not utilizing his leverage as Speaker of the House. Democrats, if they didn't want Republicans to spend money on a certain project, or if they didn't want a budget that Republicans pushed for, they would fight and battle to the very end. And that's the issue with Matt Gaetz. So Matt Gaetz and Republicans are not saying don't fund the government. What they're saying is they don't want a number of different Democratic Party projects funded, and they want issues like the Southern Geographic region of our country addressed through funding, which isn't right now. And so funding the government was the biggest issue that is causing this showdown between Matt Gaetz and Kevin McCarthy. It's actually very good. Trump Republicans are taking over the House of Representatives. It's very good. They're against never-ending military conflict. So Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, a whole bunch of Republicans that back Trump are against endless military conflict. Okay? That's why Trump is the moral choice, not the immoral choice. If you are a wonderful, morally superior liberal Democrat and you think that Trump is the greatest villain who's ever lived, ask yourself what political party wants to send Americans anywhere on the globe. It's the Democratic Party. What political party? You can look at the Lincoln Project, the Republicans within the Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld years that now vote Democrat. The Lincoln Project runs or influences Democratic Party foreign policy. It doesn't influence Republican foreign policy. We can go on forever with that. The moral choice in terms of foreign policy is Trump and Trump Republicans. The immoral choice, if you want to fund a never-ending military conflict in Europe, is the Democratic Party. So you have to ask yourself, well, what is foreign policy important to you? If it is, Trump is the obvious choice. He's the only anti-war candidate. You might say, well, that's not true. He did this and that. Compared to Biden and compared to Democrats, he's the only anti-war candidate. If that's the most important thing for you, that's the most important thing for me, then you vote Trump. In addition to the fact we had record low poverty and record highs in household median income. But Kevin McCarthy is too interested in immediately resolving any dispute with Democrats. And he's not interested enough in impeachment. He might with the impeachment issue. And by the way, hit subscribe to this channel right now. If you want to read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, other publications, go to hagoodman.com. My Patreon is below. Ladies and gentlemen, the super thanks is below. To my viewers, like I said, tomorrow, October 2nd, 2023, I will have a live stream at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. I have such a wonderful group of people who always tune into my live streams in Australia, in the UK, in Nepal, and throughout the world, and in Canada. So please go ahead. In New Zealand, please go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Be here tomorrow, October 2nd at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern for the live stream. It'll be really fun, as always. This is going to heat up. It's only going to help Trump. Trump is up over mashed potato brains in polls. He's been indicted 4 times. He's still defeating Biden. So you do the math on that one. He's been indicted 4 times, and he's defeating Biden. So, again, you do the math. How bad do you have to be? How utterly, miserably failed do you have to be as a political party and as an administration when your political rival, Biden's direct political opponent, Trump, has been indicted 4 times? And it's not about, oh my God, why would people still vote for Trump? It's about, number one, everyone knows it's political. They're going after Trump because they're utilizing government against Trump, just like they did when they set him up and framed him and said that he was an operative of the Kremlin. Okay, so all of these things are not true. They have Democratic Party affiliated prosecutors in blue states that are Democrat, or prosecutors in blue cities that are Democrat, going after Trump, not going after Hunter, not going after a foundation linked to a former president, a former secretary of state. By the way, like I said, I think Hillary Clinton is the only hope for Democrats, which is kind of funny for me to say that. I'm not the greatest fan, but I can be honest and say Clinton is the only hope. She's the only person who could raise enough money. Democrats will vote. If Democrats vote for Fetterman and Biden, and if Fetterman and Biden spoke on a hot mic, you'd have a better chance deciphering whale sounds, okay? So if Democrats would vote for Fetterman or Biden or a house cat or a fern or an inanimate object, they'll vote for anything with a D next to it that says Democrat. Imagine all of the people out there who did vote for Clinton in 2016 who would vote for her again. All the progressives and left-leaning and, you can change your hair color and, be on the far left. I lived that life a long time ago. They'll still vote for Clinton. The Democratic Party and all the affiliated political groups are a gigantic cult. They will vote for Clinton. So Mark my words, that's going to happen. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe. Be here for the live stream tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.